Hello everyone and welcome to another game I played on Ptcgo. For this match I'm going to be using Blastoise, Keldeo, Black Kyurem. Looks like I'm going to be matched up with someone who is favored to have the advantage, so not a good thing. I'm deciding to play with this deck since I think Blastoise, Keldeo, Black Kyurem, or maybe just Keldeo in general, will have a good chance of being one of the best decks in the upcoming format, both with the recent rule changes and the cards that may or may not come in and out of popularity because of that. So I'm going to start off with Black Kyurem, so probably the worst starter, and my opponent starts with two Zebstrikas, two Blitzels, and they're going to Skyla. They chose to go first. I'm not sure what they're going to Skyla here, maybe for a level ball and get another Blitzel on the bench. So it looks like they're going to go into Skyla for an Ultra Ball, play that Ultra Ball down, and go for a Trubbish. So this is going to be a Zebstrika a Garbodor deck, so it works to do two things. One is to lock abilities or prevent them from working, and the other one is preventing for your opponent from using items. So similar to Garbodor Dragonite, but potentially a lot easier to use, but it does a lot less damage. So I'm going to play an Ultra Ball, and then I'm going to play Computer Search. I did get a Squirtle with that Ultra Ball. I'm going to get a Juniper with this Computer Search. And I do get a Keldeo and another Squirtle off of this Computer Search, off of that Juniper that I got. I'm going to attach a Water Energy onto my bench Keldeo and just end my turn. My opponent, unfortunately, is able to evolve into Blitzel. He's able to evolve his Blitzel into Zebstrika, and then he plays a Juniper after attaching a Lightning Energy and also evolving into Garbodor. And he already has an item on it, so that's definitely not looking good for me. Abilities are now locked. He retreats into Blitzel, gets another Trubbish with Level Ball, plays a Crushing Hammer, hits a Heads, and discards my only energy on the field. So as of now, it's not looking all that great for me. Do manage to get into Keldeo. I'm going to put that down. Just play Juniper. Since abilities are locked, I'm not really in a good position. I can't rush in. So it looks like a Black Kyurem is stuck in the active spot. I really just need to do something before he starts using Disconnect and preventing me from using tools. He's going to level ball for a Zebstrika, evolving his active Blitzel. He places an experience share on that, retreats into his benched Zebstrika with energy on it. He Skylas for a Juniper, and he's going to disconnect this turn for 40. And now I can't use item cards. So now the whole strategy of my deck is sort of ruined. I can't use Blastoise, since I can't really rare candy into it. I do play one Wartortle, but drawing into that randomly is going to be pretty hard. So I just attach Water Energy and end my turn. My opponent plays a Hammer. I believe he gets a Heads, and he's able to discard that energy I just played. He attaches an energy onto his bench Blitzel. Bench Zebstrika after playing a Juniper. He benches another Blitzel, and he's just going to disconnect again, continuing this chain of tool or item lock here. I'm going to bench another Squirtle. Maybe I'll tempt him into catching one of those. So I don't really want him catching or knocking out things that are 2 prizes each. I do play an N. I managed to get a few more energies in hand. But right now Black Kyurem is still stuck in the active. My opponent evolves his benched Blitzel into Zebstrika. And he does have a second Trubbish down, so he may want to evolve that into Garbodor and add another tool, just to add insult to injury at this point, since I can't even play Tool Scrapper as long as he keeps on disconnecting. He once again disconnects. I'm pretty close to the knockout, but I do attach another Water Energy to Keldeo, so I will be able to attack with that next turn if he's able to knock out my Black Kyurem, which I really don't see why he couldn't. A really cool card to play with his deck is Silver Bangle, since it just does that extra damage that's really lacking with a card like Zebstrika. It's pretty weak. It only does 40 with Disconnect, and it only has 90 HP. My opponent's going to Skyla for a catcher. It looks like he fails it, fortunately. And I'm actually one turn short of the knockout. So here I'm just going to attach another water energy, but this time to a different Keldeo, and end my turn. Hopefully my opponent just knocks me out and doesn't manage to drag something out without energy, and has some means of dealing bench damage, although I don't think he does, which that would just completely set me back. So he knocks out Black Kyurem, and I'm going to send up Keldeo. I have a decision here. I can play Juniper, but I don't really want to. I don't really need anything here. Nothing in my deck's going to be all too helpful. It's just going to be a matter of waiting him out and trying to knock him out with Keldeo. So I just attach that lightning energy onto my bench Keldeo. Hopefully I'll have a second Keldeo ready to take out his Zebstrikas. My opponent promotes his one of his bench Zebstrikas. He's going to play a catcher. It misses. He plays a second catcher, and he gets a heads this time. And it looks like he may want to drag up Keldeo in this situation, the one on the bench, since it only has one energy attached to it, and he can at least get in a few hits before I successfully power it, especially considering my current hand. And he does just that. He's going to drag it up. It has a lightning and a water energy attached. He's going to play a dowsing machine and go for a crushing hammer. If he gets a heads, this will be quite devastating. He does not. He places a Trubbish on the bench, and he plays an N, giving me a few energy, thankfully. But he gets another crushing hammer and another heads. So now I'm down to one lightning energy on my active Keldeo, which is quite bad. But I'm going to attach a water and just end to see if I can get any more energy in hand other than the one I had. Unfortunately, don't draw any, so I'm just going to end my turn here. My opponent now has two Garbodors on the bench, a Trubbish, and a Zebstrika. He's going to play Ghetsis here. I only have one item in hand, so I think it'll just get him one card. Not too helpful for him. But he is running low on cards in his deck. He's down to 10. Meanwhile, I have plenty since most of the cards in my deck are useless. He's going to hit me again with Disconnect. I put down a Keldeo. I'm going to play an N. I draw items, none of which I can use due to Disconnect. So now my opponent's going to go into his turn. He's probably just going to continue to Disconnect. But he, I think, notices that he's close to decking himself out, so he's going to Super Rod 3 cards back in. The Zebstrika, a Blitzel, and a Lightning energy. And I'm here just waiting to see what his next move is. And he just predictably disconnects. I don't get anything I can use, so I just have to end my turn here. I'm running low on HP, but the fortunate part here is Zebstrika is so weak, it takes it many turns to knock out a Pokemon EX. Well, even a non-EX, it takes it quite a bit. My opponent's going to play an Ultra Ball here for another Blitzel, and he once again disconnects. I'm down to not that many HP. I'm going to end, and I fortunately get a Water Energy. So I will not survive an incoming attack next turn, but I can knock out that Zebstrika and take a second prize. So now my opponent is tied with me. He's going to play a Level Ball for a Zebstrika, evolve his benched Blitzel. Here he can once again disconnect, although he doesn't look like he has enough energy on his bench Zebstrika to follow up, so this might be my break. I promote my bench Keldeo. I get a lightning energy. I'm going to attach it to my bench Keldeo. I Skyla here, contemplating getting something, but instead just decide to burn the card. I can't really use anything yet, so I'm just going to Secret Sword this Zebstrika for the knockout, take my third prize. Now my opponent is only leading by 1. He promotes Garbodor, tries to catch her, but fails. He has 5 cards in his deck still. He benches a Blitzel and then plays a Ghetsis, which forces him to draw the entirety of his deck. So now he has 0 cards in play, 0 cards left to draw, and he decides that this means he's going to lose. So he concedes, and thank you guys for watching.